Hello. I am a Michael Jackson. Trust and believe I am a Michael Jackson fan. I've always looked up to Michael Jackson in some type of way, shape, or form. I always love different artists like, Donald Glover, Toxic, Bruno Mars, TLC, Prince, Bobby Brown, New Edition, Eminem, Wu-Tang Clan. I look up to so many different artists. So many different artists that are like from maybe the 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever. I look up to so many different artists, right? I look up to so many different artists. Get my sock out of the way. I look up to so many different artists, but there was always one that I always loved more than anyone. That was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the reason why I've always like messed with Michael Jackson is because I've always loved the way he danced, the way he sung. His personality seemed incredible. You know what I mean? Like his personality just seemed like he seemed like such a cool individual that just didn't really, you know, act like us. He didn't act normal. He was definitely weird. Of course, I believe that. And other than that, I really like always looked. I could go on and on about it, but I just really always like mess with Michael Jackson. I've always loved the Moonwalk, Billie Jean, Thriller Jacket, Billy. Like a lot of things about Michael Jackson as an artist was just perfect to me. It was just so perfect. It was just so incredible to me. So I heard about the R. Kelly thing, the R. Kelly situation, everything with R. Kelly going on earlier in the year, which was like legit on New Year's, well January, somewhere around there. But like I heard about the whole R. Kelly situation, and I didn't look at the documentary. I looked at like maybe one episode, and I remember like hearing about R. Kelly on tape and all this other actual proof on him. It kind of led me to believe that he was guilty. You know what I mean? And I remember I didn't watch it. I do have to watch it sooner or later. But when I heard about this whole R. Kelly, should we mute R. Kelly things and stuff like that, my lips are not really, or whatever. But like the R. Kelly thing, when I heard about that, and hearing about all the cancel R. Kelly or mute R. Kelly stuff, I immediately thought, oh, watch them do the same thing to Michael Jackson. Like in my own head, I didn't text it, I didn't put it online or anything. Like I'm being dead serious. Like I'm like, watch them do the same thing to Michael Jackson. Watch them at least try to do the same thing for Michael Jackson. Then the news broke out a few days later. Wow, bro. Sexual abuse documentary on Michael Jackson to be premiering at Sundance. And I'm here like, man, I was just so irritated. Like I was just like, come on, bro. I was so irritated. I remember I came from school. It was like right in this area where I did my homework. I saw the news on my phone, and I'm here like, bro, are you serious? I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. I just knew it. So yeah, I was so outraged. Like I was just so irritated, bro. Like for real. And then as soon as it came out, Michael Jackson pedophile. Michael Jackson child molester. It was everywhere. It was legit everywhere. It was everywhere, bro. It was everywhere, bro. And I was irritated. Like really, it was legit irritated. But part of like I was open to the possibility of Michael Jackson could possibly have done this stuff. I was open to that possibility. And it was by Wade Robson. Wade was just Michael's friend, apparently. Wade was Michael's friend. I saw him defend Michael when I was younger. I watched it everywhere. It was like Wade Robson. Wade Robson. Everywhere in James H. I never really heard about him. But I remember he was in a commercial and stuff like that. So yeah, and Dan Reed. I don't want to talk about him, but it is what it is. So yeah, it was released to the public on HBO. Michael Jackson's estate is actually suing HBO right now because Michael can't defend himself because he's been dead for 10 years. So his estate is doing it because breach of contract back in 1992. Because this is obviously not a positive light you want to shed on anybody, but it is what it is. And it's in the contract that you can't, defame Michael Jackson in any type of way from 1992. So that is why HBO is actually right now getting sued. Because it is what it is. So yes, as a Michael Jackson fan, I told myself, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I told myself I'm gonna watch it. I legit said that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. And I remember one of my teachers, they heard about it, and he was like, if we could mute R. Kelly, then how come we can't do the same thing for Michael Jackson? If there is evidence for Michael Jackson, there needs to be evidence. He's been dead for 10 years. And this apparently happened a good 20 years ago. Or whatever. There actually needs to be evidence. You can't just speak. Just speak to a screen, speak to a camera, and with no evidence proving, that Michael did any of this. You understand what I'm saying? So, it goes into, like Leaving Neverland. It goes into extreme detail. Extreme detail. I'm talking about extreme detail. It made me uncomfortable. It made me so uncomfortable. I mean, it was very disgusting to watch. It goes into incredible detail on what Michael Jackson allegedly did to Wade Robson, James H. It goes into crazy amounts of detail, sexual detail between a man and a child. Granted, I understand that Michael Jackson with children is I'm telling you, Michael Jackson, he loved children. He just loved children. He just loved children. You know what I mean? He just always wanted to be a kid again. Always wanted to be a kid. You know what I mean? And I feel for him. I definitely do. He was a kid. He always get abused all the time, and if you got a step on, his father would just beat him and stuff like that. You could just tell that he was just damaged growing up. He was just damaged, bro. Look at the way he looked. Look at the way he acted, bro. He definitely wasn't normal. But I will be honest with you, in Leaving Neverland and around watching it, right? I actually believe that he did it for a little bit. I actually believe that he actually did these things. My heart was just breaking, bro. I'm telling you, it was breaking. I'm like, was I really looking up to a monster this entire time? Was I really looking up to somebody who was just evil this whole time, bro? Was I really doing that? Was I really doing that, bro? If you touch a child, just think about that, bro. I was thinking to myself, all of this. I believe that he didn't do anything for this entire time, right? For this entire time, I didn't believe that he did it. I believe that he was innocent. As long as I've been a fan, you know what I mean? Was he really this pedophile? He wasn't God. Believe me, he's not God, Jesus, or nothing like that, bro. He's not an idol. To me, I don't worship him. I definitely do admire him, and I'm inspired by him, but I don't believe he's God, and I don't worship him. Take that as you want, but I knew he wasn't perfect. But a pedophile? Definitely not, right? I remember hearing about, the day it was announced. I was mad about this whole thing, bro. But oh, did he really do this? So this brings me here today. This brings me here today. I watched it unbiased, right? Watched it unbiased. I did. I waited a while to watch it, but I watched it unbiased. You know what I mean? So my viewpoints on this, well, a very believable documentary, because I will be honest, it was so believable. They made this whole documentary, they actually made it, to actually be like a documentary. Like, I just said something stupid. I'm trying to say, as in, like, they kind of, they made this documentary so well. They made it so well. They made it so well. You know what I mean? You can make, like, say they made a whole documentary on the Earth as being flat. Like this, you could legit believe that shit. Like, I'm telling you, you could legit believe that the Earth is flat. If you, watch this documentary, right? You could legit believe that the Earth is flat. It was very believable. Uh, but I looked up the other side of the story on YouTube. Yeah. Before I talk about the other side of the story, the reason why, like, I want to look at the other side of the story is because, well, it was very one-sided. Very one-sided. It only had one side of the story. Only one side. So it's only one side of the story, and it's not really fair. It's not really fair at all, because it's legit one side of the story. It's one side of the story. It's one side. I say that again. It's one side of the story. Michael Jackson has been dead for 10 years. He's been dead for 10 years. What is he gonna say about this? Like, what? Like, what is he going to say about this? He's been dead for 10 years. See, look, bro. I'll be honest with you. If somebody was a pedophile, a legit pedophile, right? And it's been in secret for how many years? It's been in secret. That shit, the truth needs to be revealed, in my opinion. The truth definitely does need to be revealed. You know, if you're a pedophile in secret and you're dead, I will be honest, it does not give them the excuse, they're dead excuse. You know what I mean? They're dead excuse. If you are evil, that shit needs to be brought out. I'm telling you. However, if you say that he's evil, if you say that he did this shit, you're going to need proof. You're going to need proof. You're going to need evidence. Evidence that this happened here, and evidence that that was there. A story, honestly, it's not really going to mean anything 10 years after he's dead. I contradicted myself, I'm sorry. 20 years after it apparently happened. And he's dead. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I just contradicted myself. If you're evil, it needs to be brought out to light no matter what. But you need actual information and evidence to back up your statements. Because, remember, this shit probably happened 30 years ago, from what you're saying. And, yeah. So, and I'm looking at one side of the story, too, so it's not like it's really helping what you're saying. It's not like it's really helping. Because, remember, like, back in the day, right, there used to be unfair prosecutions, unfair trials, unfair this, unfair that, right? Like, back in the day, against the race card out, black people, right? We used to always get charged with something with no fair trial. There was no fair trial. No fair. We used to listen to one side of the story. Oh, you're getting lynched. You're getting hanged. You're getting all of this. Right? We're listening, like, we used to listen to one side of the story, and we used to just get killed because of it, right? Because of it. We used to always get murdered or defamed, all because of one side of the story of what one person said, because, well, it was an unfair trial. I see no difference with this. I don't see no difference with this. I don't see anything different. I really do believe that we need to see the other side of the story before we can actually have a, full on, opinion on this subject. We need to have a full on opinion on this subject with the other side of the story. This documentary was one-sided. It only had one side of the story. And I heard the excuse of the director saying that, oh, we got Michael's Michael's side, like Michael actually speaking on the subject, you know, 10 years ago, you know, around when the first trial happened and the last few, whatever. Yeah. So, but this is a whole new allegation. You feel me? And he's been dead for 10 years. Remember that. You're saying that he's defending himself, but those are from allegations that were 20 years old. You know what I mean? There's some old allegations. So it's not like he can defend himself on these allegations, these new ones. Dead for 10 years, 2 new allegations. Okay. Okay, I have a whole sheet like of information that I really want to keep on making this video. So yeah. I looked at the other side of the story. Looked at the other side of the story on YouTube. It turns out that these two, oh, quote unquote victims, by the way, quote unquote, were lying the whole time, or at least in the most parts. That's crazy, isn't it? That's really crazy. That's really crazy. I'll link you to the videos, you know, on the other side of the story down in the description below, because well, I did just see. We all just saw one side of the story, and it when I first saw that. When I first saw the other side of the story, bro, it it kind of destroyed the narrative I was starting to believe. I was starting to believe that Michael did this. The narrative, it was a narrative. That's why Michael's family wasn't even contacted with this whole documentary. That's why his family wasn't even contacted because it would destroy the whole narrative. I mean, when you're defaming a dead man, it could be as easy as I don't know what, right? You could just say anything now, right? Alright. There was some in my notes. Yeah. Michael Jackson was weird. Definitely. He was definitely weird. I'll be honest with you. Definitely weird. You know, the way he grew up. Like I said before, he was a weird human being. And there's nothing we can say or do to change that. I wish he had some people around him kind of tell him, you know. Excuse me. To kind of tell him that, bro, this isn't right, bro. Come on now. You're sharing your bed with a child that's not related to you. No, that's inappropriate. That's not happening. That shouldn't have happened to begin with. I understand. I understand that he believes sharing his bed with a child is positive. Something like it's healing a broken heart when it comes to a child. It's just something sweet and compassionate. That's what he said. I don't believe a true pedophile will legit tell the whole world that. You know what I mean? I don't believe a true pedophile would tell the whole world that. If you're trying to prove your innocence. I don't believe I don't believe. But it's inappropriate, bro. You don't do that. You're not supposed to. That's inappropriate no matter who you are. No matter if you're Michael Jackson, I will not let you have my child in the same bed as you. That's not cool. That's inappropriate. I understand where he was coming from though, but you're 35, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, this shit's not happening. I don't care who you are. You're an adult. You're not sharing. Oh god. No, I just put on some Vaseline because I just woke up. But yeah, he was. Yeah, I wish he had some people to tell him, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's not how it worked. Oh yeah, back to these allegations. Michael Jackson, yeah, he had a tragic life and now a tragic afterlife too, which makes it even worse. Living Neverland legit has tons of rebuttals and the truth actually surfacing online. And now I can see tons and tons of lies in the documentary, and it pisses me off when I see it because it shows that these two men were lying to the entire world about most of this abuse stuff. And they're just not letting him rest. Like, for real. He's been dead for 10 years, and they're still trying to get him. Like, if he did something, I understand. But as of right now, it doesn't seem like that he did anything. Considering that well, one of them, like, James said that he was molested at a train station. Turns out that that train station wasn't even built at the time that he said that he was molested there, and there's actual documents proving this. Wade and James said that they didn't know. Like, hold up, Wade. What did James said? Wait, I'm sorry. James said that he didn't realize he was abused until Wade came out. James said he didn't realize that he was abused until Wade came out. But how did James's mother, you know, say that he was happy that said that she was happy? I'm sorry, I'm horrible at explaining things, so if I start stuttering or whatever, I'm sorry about that. But James's mother legit said that he was happy. She was happy when Michael passed away. But why would you be happy that a quote unquote child molester died, right? But you didn't even know he was a child molester until 2013 when your son came out then. Like, and there's a lot more of the lies within it. Wade, like, I've seen Wade's deposition. It turned, like, his deposition wasn't even the same as his testimony from, like, his testimony from his deposition wasn't even the same testimony from Living Neverland. And I'm like, what? And Wade legit deleted like emails that he had with his mother to try and make up this story. I'm like, and apparently his emails were resurfaced in court that year, and you know, even they realized, the judge threw the case out as well. I heard a quote saying that nobody could really believe him. Nobody could really believe him. Like, what? Come on now. And I looked at the past extortions. Like, the past allegations were extortions, and this situation seems to be the same. They said they're not in it for the money. However, they're suing the Michael Jackson estate right now for $1.2.5 billion. But you're not in it for the money. Okay, the media, of course, labeled Michael Jackson as this evil pedophile, and it really does sicken me. Because I don't really see a lot of, you know, a lot of articles kind of labeling the other side of the story. I do see some, though. I do see some. Like I said before, in the 50s, they used unfair trials, you know, just showcasing one of the sides of the story. And no matter how innocent, how much of an innocent man you really are, oh yeah, you're going down, no matter what. Yeah, they used to get convicted for stupid stuff all the time that they had nothing to do with. Emmett Till, for one thing, didn't even do nothing. Where is he now? Jesse Washington. Where are they now? So yeah, it really is what it is, though. Really is what it is. Yeah, I used to always, like, I used to always believe Michael's innocence. And I still do, of course. And I wish the media could actually go into that side and actually kind of go over there. You know what I mean? And I hate this. I've seen this before. It was like Michael Jackson, like other rebuttal documentaries, and people actually protesting on Michael's innocence. Oh yeah, they were labeled as idiots, truthers, delusionals, crazy, mental. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen this. I've been reading it. Yeah, if you even defend Michael Jackson, you're going to get blasted by the media now. You're going to get blasted by the media. You're legit going to get blasted by the media. You're going to get torn up by the media, even if you defend Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Dave Chappelle. I love Dave Chappelle. I'll probably get back to him later on. But yeah, like, if you defend Michael Jackson, you're going to get, you know, blown up, bro. You're going to get looked to as, you know, not something right? Pedophile enabled, everything like that. Yeah, but if you like, if you what is it called? If you if you believe Michael Jackson was guilty, you're gonna get a whole platform. You're gonna get a whole platform. The goddamn rabbi who was friends with Michael Jackson said they believe that Michael Jackson did these things. Oh, he got a whole special. This quote unquote maid, right? The maid who actually admitted, confessed to taking bribes from the press back in the 90s. On like she actually accepted bribes from the press to actually defame Michael Jackson. That was all confessed under oath, under oath, right? All under oath. Now coming out and saying otherwise, but the media love that shit. Ate that up, ate that up. I'm telling you. Yeah, Michael Jackson's people that he trusted, bro. People that he trusted, people that he let into his circle are just stabbing him in the back, and it's crazy to me. It really is crazy to me. Uh, you know, you know what I mean. I genuinely believe that Michael Jackson just wanted to give children, a place where they can go and be a kid, and now to go through what he went through. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. I believe that Michael just wanted to give kids a place where they can come and be a kid again. I don't believe he was a pedophile. I really don't. I believe he was definitely weird and he had too many yes men around. But I don't believe that he was a pedophile by any stretch. I really don't. He gave legit kids with cancer. Ill kids, boys. Girls were there too, so I'm not trying to hear that. Oh, little white boys. One of the boys that accused him was Hispanic. Come on now. Come on now. Black kids, white kids. He had kids like he had a level of compassion, unlike any other. Unlike any other. I heard he legit donated most of his tour earnings, whether it's from the Dangerous Tour, the History Tour, to children's hospitals, man. Like come on, bro. And he was in a trial. I read through it. So yeah, you can't. I'm tired of hearing that OJ comparison, saying that if you believe Michael Jackson was guilty, if you believe that Michael Jackson was innocent, you must believe OJ was innocent too. Bro, Michael Jackson and OJ had completely different investigative teams, completely different situations, completely different everything, completely different this, completely different that. They had completely different situations. Just because you were accused and you were acquitted doesn't make you in the same boat as each other, bro. Come on now. You shouldn't be put into the same category all because you were accused. Like, bro, what? Bro, what? Like, bro, people that were accused of doing things that they didn't even do. Oh yeah, you're that's on you forever. On you forever. On you legit forever. You know what I mean? And Brett Kavanaugh was accused of doing something 30 years ago, of raping someone. Oh yeah. Whether he did that or not, oh yeah, he's a rapist. He's a rapist now. You know what I mean? The woman doesn't even remember everything that happened, bro. Oh, but guess what? Oh yeah, he's a quote unquote rapist. Like, bro, what? Come on now, get out of my face, bro. You gotta have actual proof and actual, like, an actual consistent story. But hey, it is what it is. The doc, yeah, it was really disturbing. It made me question my morals a lot. However, seriously looking into it, it's just looking less and less believable. And I'm really shocked that Dan Reed is still backing them up. Oprah, I'm surprised she even did that nonsense. But hey, see what it is. And with that being said, though, this thing is being nominated for 5 Emmys, bro. 5 Emmys. One of them. Only one of them. It really does irritate me though. Like, bro, how can the defamation of Michael Jackson be this amazing, bro? Just so incredible. The defamation of Michael Jackson is something that needs to be discussed by the media. Oh no, the media won't do that. Yeah, they won't do that. They're never gonna do that, bro. I'm telling you. Let me tell you what needs to happen, bro. I understand that I did watch all of these other sides of the stories on YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I really want like a full, like, what is it called? Like a full, like, 2 hour, maybe. I don't even know if they can even do it that long, bro. They made it 4 hours. They made it 4 hours. Yeah, they made that thing 4 hours. That's incredible. They made it 4 hours. But yeah, they, like, bro, we need something like on ABC or Netflix or, you know, Fox, or yeah, put it on HBO. Yeah, put that side of the story on HBO, bro. Yeah, HBO do that for us. I mean, the media's probably gonna silence the documentary defending Michael Jackson. Honestly, they're probably going to silence it. They probably are. I've never seen the media actually really want Michael Jackson to be this guilty. Because around like where the first allegations came out, they were already labeling him as a freak pedophile. I was a baby. I was like 5 or 4, and I didn't even know who Michael Jackson was. You know what I mean? But I remember that. You know, I remember that. I remember. No, I don't remember that because, well, like I just said, didn't even know who he was. But I remember looking at certain articles from back then. Yeah, they treat this man like garbage. They really did. And then as soon as the trial, like as soon as the trial ended and the verdict was not guilty, I saw a few articles that were looking stupid. Really did. So I do have a question. Could Michael Jackson have been this pedophile the whole time? Because remember, we actually weren't really there though. You know what I mean? We weren't there, so we can't really make a precise decision. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard, yeah, I don't believe he did it. I don't believe he did it because, well, it was like from the 1993 allegations. The boy's father was legit caught on tape talking about this whole plan. In the 2005 allegations, that family legit had a legit whole history of extorting other celebrities. Chris Tucker, George Lopez, J.C. Penney. Like, oh, and these allegations right here, yep, they seem to be the same. Was Michael Jackson? Can you believe? Like, I don't know how it feels to be Michael Jackson, but I could tell you that it probably was torture. It probably was torture. Like I'm telling you, because, well, first of all, this man probably had a level of compassion. Probably was one of the most innocent, childlike human beings that just wanted to give nothing but love to the world. Just wanted to give nothing but love to the world, but was often misunderstood more than anything. And now he's looked to as just somebody who was just so evil and just disgusting. Now it's crazy. It really is crazy. That's why when I argue about Michael Jackson's innocence, I always say this. I want to show you the other side of the story because if you've seen Leaving Neverland, there probably is a big fat chance that you probably haven't looked at the other side of the story. And I don't believe that's fair. I always say look at the other side of the story so that you can make your own decision more healthier. You know what I mean? More healthier. Like a lot of my friends, bro, I'm telling you, they just say Michael Jackson was guilty, and then I actually show them actually facts and evidence to prove what I believe. And I noticed that a lot of them kind of believe, like actually kind of believe what I just said. They actually kind of believe that Michael was innocent. But you know, you can't win everybody over. And there is a few of my friends. I wouldn't say a lot, But there's definitely a few of my friends who would be like, who would just say dumb jokes for no reason. Who would just say jokes for no reason. And I mean legit just jokes. Like, what, they don't believe that he did it. They don't believe that he didn't do it. They just say the jokes to just make me mad. And I'm gonna try not to let that get to me though, because they're jokes. Speaking of jokes, alright, this will be like my final topic. My final topic for like the rest of this video. So yeah, you got my opinion now. You got my opinion on what I believe and everything. This is a serious topic and it does need to be discussed. However, both sides of the stories need to be addressed. Alright? Dave Chappelle, speaking of jokes, Dave Chappelle, I watched his Sticks and Tones. I saw that. I've always liked Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was funny as I don't know what to me. I haven't really kept up with him over the last few years though. But I have looked at his his stand-ups and stuff like that. This dude is definitely funny. Definitely is. But he actually doesn't believe that Michael Jackson did it. Right? He legit said that he was like, I'm gonna say something. Damn, I forgot what he said. I'm gonna say something that I know nobody would like. Damn, I forgot his quote like that, bro. I hate that. But like he said, no, basically he said, I'm gonna say something I know a lot of people won't like. I don't believe him. You know what I mean? I don't believe he doesn't really believe him. And he gives information on why he believes that. Oh, but the media was like, oh, cancel Dave Chappelle. I wouldn't even say because of that. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it because the media just wants Michael to be this. So yeah, definitely was going to catch flack for that. And talking about other topics too, like homosexuality and stuff like that, joking about it. And hey, people were trying to cancel him for it. They really were, all because they have a different opinion. Yeah, the media sucks, bro. The media sucks, bro. The media is just disgusting. Because nobody talks about the truth when it comes to journalism no more. Nobody. Not that many. Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to label everybody as untruthful when it comes to the media. But a lot of them just don't really care about the truth. You know what I mean? Facts don't lie. People do. There's a better way of saying that, though. There's a better way of saying that. I heard about it. I heard there's a better way of saying that quote. My facts legit don't even lie. You know what I mean? And I see all of these celebrities that are, believing Wade and James, and, I did let it get to me, like 50 Cent. I did let it get to me, though. But then I kind of like, you know what, bro? It is what it is. It really is what it is. I have my opinion just like everybody else does. But you have to remember, there is the truth, whether it legit happened or not. People could be defending a pedophile right now, but people could also be condemning an innocent man. It is up to the public. That's why this shit was made to begin with. It is up to the public. But the thing won an Emmy, bro. Oh, but Michael Jackson's estate is actually currently winning their lawsuit against HBO for this documentary. So, what? Like, I guess if your name is Michael Jackson, like, if you're Michael Jackson and your name is just put on something, people will go to it, will flock to it, and eat it up no matter what. So yeah, in my opinion, Michael Jackson was innocent. That probably is not really a big of a shock to you, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm not really used to talking to a camera that much. I'm not really used to it. This could be a cringy video for all I care, because I'm not editing anything. This isn't the most high definition camera. I don't have a mic or anything like that, but I'm just giving my information and my opinion to the world. Yeah, so this probably will not even get that many views to begin with. But it is what it is. I keep saying that. Because it is what it is, remember? Your opinion is your opinion, mine is mine, whatever. Okay, so yeah. So, Michael Jackson leaving Neverland. We need the other side of the story everywhere. We need it. We need it on HBO or another big company website. Because YouTube, don't get me wrong, YouTube is definitely big. Actually, I heard that YouTube is actually demonetizing people who defend Michael Jackson. I heard about that. So that makes this thing even more sketchier. So yeah. I don't really know how to end the video, but remember that it is what it is. Just remember that. I haven't even ate breakfast yet. Cut grass though. Who's cutting grass? So yeah, that was me. And yeah, have a great day. And I hope that if you disagree with me, I understand. But you think I don't. If you agree with me, yeah, you better comment, like this video, whatever, do whatever. Alright. Have a good one, y'all. Have a great one.